tonight's recipe is eggplant and Italian sausage lasagna. Let's be honest about it. It says strata in the book, but it's really lasagna without the noodles. So it's paleo lasagna. We've made one modification in our preparations tonight, which is that we're substituting zucchini for the eggplant because mainly the store was out. So we'll let you know how it goes.
We are cheating and using a mandolin to slice our zucchini. This one is plastic and metal. A lot of the ones you see in the store are all metal. Make sure you don't use your fingers because you will end up with bloody fingers. And you just rub it back and forth and it makes a nice skinny slice. It says right on the label that a ½ teaspoon is 1 clove of garlic, and we need 2 cloves, so we're going to use a whole teaspoon. So I've stacked all the basil together, and I'm just going to roll it. And then slice.
We're using the same pan that we just cooked the pork in, and we've reduced the temperature down to medium. Now we're going to drop in our garlic just for a few seconds. The recipe book says 30, and I'm just waiting until I can smell it. Yep, that's great. I have a nice scent there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in, this is the equivalent of 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes. We had pommy in the house, so we're using pommy. And by the way, along the lines of staples that are really handy to have around, either always having cloves of garlic on hand or having that refrigerated minced garlic is really a time saver. Also, I'm a big fan of always having pommy in the house because if you forget the tomato, then you already have it in your pantry and you don't have to worry about it. And now we're just letting this steam for a second. We're adding in 2 tablespoons of this delicious freshly cut basil. And now we've got garlic and basil and the tomatoes. It smells lovely. We've increased the heat to high, and now we're bringing this to a boil. We're just going to bring it right up to a boil, and then as soon as we get it there, we'll drop it back down and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Now we're going to scramble 4 eggs, and we're going to mix them into the tomato sauce. And I have a question for you. How do you break an egg open? Do you do it on the side of the bowl? Or do you use a fork? Or are you like Julia Child? The warning on this is that once you mix it together, it's not really going to look like something that you want to eat. Just making some layers of lasagna noodles here with our zucchini slices. Now we're doing a layer of the sausage. Now we're just covering it with our tomato mixture. Tomato and eggs. And the eggs will help give it body. Just put a little olive oil on top to make sure that our zucchini noodles don't burn, because just like regular lasagna, that top layer has the opportunity to burn. We'll also put some tin foil over it, so it's going to be covered for the first part of the baking, and then we'll take the tin foil off and we'll leave it uncovered for the second part. We're toasting almond slices to go on our dessert tonight. and it just takes about 3 to 5 minutes. Stop just before you think that they're ready, because if you let it go the whole way, it's very, very, very easy to overcook it, so just stop right before you think it's ready. All right, we're ready to take the foil off our lasagna. It's been 15 minutes, so we're just opening it up. We're taking it off as quickly and safely as we can. Now that's going to cook for another 15 minutes. The coconut milk has been sitting in the freezer, and the reason for this is so that we could just easily pull off all of the oil. What we want tonight is we just want that cream that's right down inside there. I filled it really full, I'm afraid to put it down. Both the mixing bowl and the metal mixing piece have both been refrigerated in the freezer for 15 minutes. So now it's all mixed, and it has this much more airy texture. And it really does have the same texture of whipped cream, of fresh whipped cream. Go.